Hey, Shalom Markins, Rakam Akapash from Jim Islam, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem Chak Kodash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole world that pushing his truth in all sincerity. Yeah, back again with another video, and I had this post here from X, from disclose.tv, right? And it's talking about Trump and his actions, man, and the things he's bringing to pass, right? And this is how we all know. Those of us that are in this truth, right, know we're in the end time, man, because he's moving things in a way that, is fulfilling prophecy, right? Because right now, what it say here, it says, just in Trump signs Pentagon directive to begin using military force against Latin America drug cartels. I guess it's from the New York Times, right? So, yeah, Trump's giving extra powers, more powers, or using, greater powers to go after these quote unquote drug cartels, right? Because these are bad for America, right? And so what seems on the surface like a good thing, right? Because who the fuck wants drug cartels in their country? Yeah, for real. But it's just a matter of where he aims, where he aims that sword, where he points it at. Today, the Latin American drug cartel. Tomorrow, it could be anybody that is a threat to the American government, right? Which is all coming, right? And this is not necessarily where it starts, but this is where it's leading from, right? These initiatives to use extra higher levels of force against civilians, right? Because these as dangerous as these drug cartels are, these are not military men, even though they might have got the tall ones and all kinds of things, but that's not what the military is for, right? But here it is, he's using the teeth, his swords to using for these types of means, right? And like I said, if he could do it for these dudes, right, that are against the interests of America, right, he can use them for anyone he deems an enemy of America. All right. So let me grab this from Ezekiel 21 verse 8. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh. Say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished, right? So this is the sword, right? His ability to, bring death and bring destruction, right? Esau is blessed with the sword, right? His violence, right? And this is what he's preparing. Okay, furbish means like to polish, right? He's preparing. Just go read on to say, right? It says it is sharpened. Verse 10. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, right? So if Trump wielding military force, inside the nation and all that kind of stuff, he can practically wield it anywhere, right? If he has a good enough, or says he's got a good enough reason, these Trumpites they'll back him. These deluded fools, they'll back him, right? But he's president, so he got the power to wield it, So he's preparing it, right? It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. How should we then make mirth? It containeth the rod of my son as every tree, and ye have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer, right? Because Esau about to bring a lot of death upon the world, man. All right, and like I said, we're getting closer to that day, and you can see the things that are being put in place to accomplish these things, right? Like I said, yeah, today, it starts off with the Latin American drug cartels. Yeah, cool, isn't it? But what stops Trump from wielding it against somebody else who, is acting against the interests of America, or of the elites, should I say, of America? Nothing's really stopping him doing that, right? As long as he, let's say, puts up a seemingly good reason, right? They'll put it into power. They'll put it into action. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, and it says here, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time, right? So we know we're close to the end, man, because he's acting all kind of mad right now. And this isn't the worst of it, obviously. You know, the devil horns, you know, haven't quite come on show just yet, right? But we're getting there. Like I say, he's preparing. Okay, he's preparing it, and we're all gonna see what he's truly like. You know, it's Revelation 13 and 11. Pardon me. It says, "I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." And he's still speaking like a dragon more and more each day. You know, under the guise of these different political parties, the two sides, right? They're all acting like they're trying to help the people, but they're here destroying people further and further, man. Acting more and more crazy, like more and more draconian. Okay, more firm, you know, more iron-fisted, you know. And like I said, that's not going to change. As things become worse in America and in the rest of the world, right? These leaders are going to take tougher stances against people who are what's the word? Disenchanted, man, and fed up with this place, disillusioned, right, and getting angry, right. So he's also going to use firmer methods to control control the population. All right. So yeah, you know, you're gonna come in that more fierce and wrathful draconian state, you know, and that's what you see here. They, you know, Trump being able to do this, I mean, he can point that anywhere. You know, he can point anywhere, and only that's gonna, you know, well, it's gonna land on all dissenters, but you know, it's gonna be directed at us, the men of the Lord, you know, on the highways and byways, cursing at this place, right? Because we're definitely against America, man. So best believe that, you know, we know on those lists, but best believe, you know, he's all getting prepared to you know, set up that campaign against the men of the Lord, you know, against the men with the word. All right. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." Right. So that campaign is coming, right? But he's also got to set up in a particular type of way. All right. He's got to work up to it. Right. He's got to work up to it. Right. It's verse 71. "They shall be like madmen, sparing none." Right. And I said, you know, a lot of these cops, these policemen and that, they're not really ready for the time to come, man. They're going to need someone with a firmer heart than them dudes, man. Right? So it makes sense for the military to be involved, man. Them men are heartless, cold killers. That's what they do for a living, man. They're not here to upkeep the peace. They're here to destroy the enemy. Right? So they're given an assignment, man. They don't ask questions. They don't answer back. Right? They just go and fulfill the mission, man. All right? So you're gonna need some cold-hearted, you know, dudes, you know, among them to do this. You know? So they should be like madmen sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. All right? So they're going to be sent after us, man, because we're going to be put up as a poster child for why America is you know, failing, right? Or why it's so you know, hateful or whatever. We're like, you know, we're going to be like the problem to them, as why their kingdom is not working correctly. Because we spread hate and all these different types of things. We're criminals and whatever, right? And these are all kinds of technology now to make that situation believable. All kinds of technology, man. It ain't gonna be just, you know, words. He's still got the AI. He's still got the deep fakes and all kinds of shit, man. He can, you know, fabricate anything he wants, right? And these people out here that you know that are gonna consume are gonna believe it, right? So he's gonna turn the whole world against us, man, and they're gonna be in agreement to do away with us. You know. So it's gonna take place. Everything's getting ready. It's Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book." Right, the men of the Lord, the elect. Right, because this surely is going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, and trouble for the whole world, man. But like I said, Jake is going to be a target for Esau, evidently, you know, because we're enemies, right? and he hates us with a perpetual hatred, right? So he's going to target us, man, right, to do away with us, or to get him to take his mark, his MLTB, you know. So he's going to come out strong. He's going to come out strong against us, man. You know, Scripture speaks about wearing out the saints and all of that. Let me see if I can find that quick. All right, Daniel 7 verse 25, and it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. I think to change times and laws, right? So this is something that's already occurred, but you know, these things are gonna reoccur, right? And they're gonna grind us down, grind us out until to try and destroy us, right? But Esau isn't gonna succeed, man. All right, ultimately, you know, so he may get some of us may have to perish and be martyrs for this truth, man. But he can't win over you just because he put you to death. He can't win over the Heavenly Father or Yahweh Shai just because he put you to death. Right? If you're of the elect, man, you're already eternal, man. Okay, you already got your lot in heaven. Well, in the kingdom, so I say, right? You already got your lot. He can't take that away from you. Right? He can only speed up the process. Because that's basically what's happened. If he puts you to death now, he sped up your process. You know, you go back to the spirit world, you come back with Yahweh Shai, you're already good. Right? So, you know, you still can't do shit, man. You know. Did I read this already? No. It's Revelation chapter 12. Oh, I read the 12th verse earlier, right? This is verse 10 in that chapter, right? So then I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, right? So yeah, best believe he's going to be making all kinds of accusations, okay, against us, man. All false testimonies, right? Like I said, you got the deep fakes and the AIs and all kinds of shit going on, right? So you're gonna put your face up on the news, man. You weren't even there. You weren't even doing that thing. Right, but it's you on a body, doing some craziness, and it's like, see these Hebrew Israelites, or these black Hebrew Israelites, they're violent criminals, right, doing all kind of madness, and so we must get them. So if you see them, if you see one, you see fringes, right? If you see one, notify the police or whatever. Snitch on, snitch on the Israelite. That's what it's gonna be like. Give them up. These men are dangerous. Vocab and these men fucking hunting down Israelites. Like it's the fucking like a man's Van Helsing or some shit. But that's what it's gonna be like, man. Esau's gonna, flip that switch, man, and these people are gonna be on our cases like that, man. Right? It's gonna be a mad time. So yes, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuse them before our God day and night, right? So Esau, at the end of all this, man, Esau gonna be smashed, right? He's gonna get put down, and he's gonna have to pay for all the wickedness, all the lies, everything he's done, man. Right? This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 11. So blessed are ye when men shall revile you. Right? They already hate us, right? But right now they can't really do nothing against us, right? They can't really do nothing on the carnal level. They can't do nothing on the spiritual level because they don't know the scriptures. They don't know how to, they don't know how to deal with us, right? But when Esau give the green light for certain type of men to, come and take us and put us in jail or kill us or whatever, right? These other these civilians, they're gonna be incensed, man, to do shit on their own too. To try and lay hands on us and kill us and whatever, man. Right? So blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake, right? And these men are even already doing it already. Even people that are supposed to be in the truth are doing it. Right? So how much more these outsiders that don't know shit, right? But they're listening to all these different narratives about us. Right? They're going to be turned against us on a different level. All right? And then that's going to give them the necessary situation to send that sword for us, man. That furbished sword. And like, you people are going to agree with it, man. Right? I'm going to close out with this. It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Right? So we know it's going to happen. Right? We know it's going to happen to some of us, right? And it is what it is at the end of the day. Okay, we're all here to serve our lots, man, and whatever that is, we just have to, have to deal with it. If you're of the elect, man, we're gonna succeed, man, in life or in death, man. It doesn't matter. We're good, right? So fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, right? And so death may be the outcome of that test. Scripture speaks about some of us being beheaded, right, for the sake of the Lord, right? It is what it is, man. Okay, we go wherever it is we face, we're gonna face it like men in the Lord, right? And be spiritual about it. So ye shall have tribulation 10 days, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right? So, we're preparing ourselves in the spirit, in our minds of all these different types of things, man. But the evidence is there. Everything is lining itself up, man, for that day to come, that day of trouble. Jacob's trouble, it's coming, right? And it's being built up. All right. So, with that, I'm going to say shalom. The witness has been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. Until next time, I say shalom.